Hey! All right. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
I was gonna drink before. Yeah. Episode number 2. Episode 2. So, how is everybody today?
Good. All right, guys. Welcome to the Boss Babes in Real Estate podcast, episode 2. We're super excited to have you guys tuning in, and we hope you like what we have in store. Today, we're going to be talking amongst ourselves so that you guys can check it out, the way that everything goes, and we're going to be talking about manifesting. So today is December 12th, and it's a full moon, so it's 12-12-12. I'm going to let Gabby talk a little bit more about that because you're the expert.
Well, because people are like, it's not 12-12-12, it's 2019, so what do you mean 12-12-12?
Well, that's 12 if you add it up.
If you add up 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 from 2019, it adds up to 12.
Correct.
So 12-12-12, that means is triple 12, which means it's the triple energy. How cool is that?
Yes.
3-3-3.
So 3-3 is triple energy. So what that is good for is for letting go. That means it's a great time to let go of bad habits, any bad habits or anything you want to get rid of, anything that's not serving you.
Let it go.
Right.
Kick it to the curb.
That is not make you grow.
And then you can manifest. What do you want to attract? Who do you want to become? Excuse her.
Excuse me. Of course me.
Of course she's letting go.
That's what happens when you have an Android, okay?
That was a low one. I'm just kidding.
You know, Lina is so funny, let's mention it, right? Because Lina just bought a house and everything, the appliances, you know how everything's a smart house nowadays? All of her appliances work with
my
Google.
phone. It's easy.
So now she changed from an iPhone to Google, to an Android because she can...
It's a Samsung, so Samsung connects everything in my house.
She can do her laundry from
the
while
phone.
she's driving.
I don't know if you cannot do that from an iPhone.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I know, it's so much easier. It saves time. I mean, I'm so happy. I'm so sorry, guys. You cannot see my love again in your text messages, but I'm so happy with that.
We can't get your voice notes.
Oh, I know.
No, we don't get her voice notes. So
that's why we have
another
another.
Because we have iPhones.
Oh,
but
that's why it's
she's happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just like,
oh, that's
why.
Oh,
it all makes sense. There's an alien in the group.
Anyway, so it's a great time to come together and meditate tonight during the full moon, and just let go and manifest and walk into who do you want to be? What do you want to attract? What is the energy that you want to put up into? What person do you want to become? What does that person do? How does she act? How does she talk? How does she walk? And start doing it. Start aligning yourself with that energy so that you can come to you. That's it.
So let's check in a little bit. So I'm Stephanie, and we're gonna check with everybody. Let's check in with Lily.
I'll be there.
Everybody say it with me.
We're waiting for it.
Hey friends, I'm checking in.
Hey guys.
And so today we have, she wasn't here last time, but we have Whitney Hall today.
Our newest boss babe.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
Okay, see, everyone introduced me already. I'm Whitney Hall, and I'm with EXP Ability.
Woo!
She's a brand new agent, and she's ready to kill it.
Yes.
And she's in the golden black team. Hi, Gabby.
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
And Isis.
We're like,
Isis is a super
She's a
agent.
Venezuelan.
Yes.
Miss Venezuela.
Ooh, Miss, who watched Miss Universe?
I watched it.
Did
I
you?
loved it.
Oh,
Can I add? What is it? For the first time in history, it's 3 black women that are Miss Universe, Miss America, and help me out, Miss Universe,
Miss
America,
USA.
Miss USA.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's
Nice.
amazing.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I love that.
Hashtag relevant.
Hashtag Black Girl Magic.
Cheers for that.
Yeah, I like
Cheers
it.
to that.
Cheers.
I feel like we're going to be sharing a lot today.
Well, we did promise that we would have the mimosas out, for the next podcast, and we deliver.
Yep.
So,
Here we go. Champagne for days.
all right. So,
Let's move into manifestation. What do you guys think manifesting is? Let's start.
Well, I I've actually been struggling with, like, is manifestation the same as affirmations or vice versa? Like, for me, I kind of feel like when I do my positive affirmations, I'm manifesting.
Correct.
So,
it goes hand in hand, I believe. It goes, an affirmation is a statement, right? So it's that I am strong, I'm positive, I am brave. If you're trying to manifest those affirmations, you can link them together. So you can link and manifest your affirmations. What you're saying is what you want to become.
Yes.
You can do that too.
Right. And I believe, to me, an affirmation is more of a daily, if not more than once a day practice. You know, that you're consistently having these things run through your mind. And, you know, and as you enter into every situation, whether it be like a meeting for us, you know, something like that, we kind of are going through the affirmations in our head.
Yeah, I think affirmations kind of get you along through. Manifestation has like several steps to it.
Yes.
So you think about what you want, you trust the process along the way, recheck in with yourself, and you're doing your affirmations all through the process. Yeah.
So the ways of manifesting is like vision boards, putting it out there on social media, telling a friend, telling yourself every day, like, this is what I'm gonna do and how am I gonna do it. So it's basically putting it to the universe. So
Or meditation too.
Yeah.
It's another way.
Yeah.
You can do that. So there's a different forms of manifestation, like Isis was saying. So, you know, as long as you keep that vision, okay, along with your affirmations, I think that they go along. They go together. You know.
Right. Yeah, I think manifestation is the full umbrella, and then you've got meditation, affirmations, everything that goes in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
I think it's also really important to note that there is kind of like a process to manifesting, and it does have to do everything with stepping into the energy of what that means. And so it's like, you know, you have to have the gratitude for it as though it already happened. So you literally, and even though you might feel crazy, what sometimes can even help is, like, let's say I'm manifesting, you know, like a new car or something. I should be driving in my current car, but acting as though, and envisioning, like visualizing the car that I want.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. You know, if that's what you want to attract, you gotta act like the person you want to become. If you want something, then you gotta act like you already have it. How would I be acting if I already have it? How does that person conduct themselves? How do you know all those things really make it happen for you?
Because it's
and not only that, but when you're manifesting, you have to be very, very specific.
Yes.
You gotta be able to touch it, smell it. How does it look like? How does it smell? How does it feel? That deep. And nip it down to, like, okay, be like, oh, I just want to be successful. Oh, we all want to be successful, but how do you want to be? What are you gonna do? What person to be successful? What are you gonna do? Do you want to be a successful real estate agent? Do you want to be a successful business owner? Do you want to be what? And so, just break it down into pieces and ask yourself why, until you get into the bottom, the last part of it, where you can really tunnel vision, you know, focus on that specific thing and attract it to you.
doesn't it happen to you guys that you think about or picture a scenario in your head and it happens that way?
Oh yeah.
It does happen to me a lot, like, okay, I want to see this person and tell him this and have the opportunity, and it happens. If you really think about it, you picture it before even going into it.
You call it into existence.
You call it.
Yeah.
You're powerful. One of the most
so
powerful
powerful.
things is your tongue. Whatever you say, your tongue has power. You know, and
Exactly.
even if you're speaking like, oh my God, I hate this, I hate it, that's what you're attracting.
Exactly. I totally believe that, because when you bring positivity to your life, it's totally difficult for you to be having a bad day. Like, you always take, like we were saying last time, we always take the positive of everything that happens to us. So in this, like, manifesting and everything, like Gabby was saying, the tongue, if you say, my day is horrible, oh my God, my day was terrible, everything is gonna be terrible. Like, you have to learn how to express yourself so you can bring more positivity in your life too.
Even as small as, like, I'm reading a book called You Are a Badass. If you manifest that you want the parking spot at the front of the store and you say it, I promise you it'll work.
happen.
That happens to me all the time. I'm lazy and I don't want to walk, and I'm like,
I'm going to find a parking spot at the front.
Let's just blame it on the heels.
And it works.
Blame it
It
on the
works.
heels.
Yeah. See?
The only walk you do is Johnny Walker.
that's the only walk I do.
It works.
Okay.
Yes, I totally agree with me too.
Right?
That book is
Have
really
to
good.
manifest it, yes.
I love that.
What is like your favorite? Do you guys have a favorite book or podcast that has helped you, like attracting or manifesting?
I'll start.
Yeah.
That book, You Are Badass. I've read it at least 3 times, and I put it on audio. So when I'm riding down the street and I don't have anything, audible, and I'll just let it run through. But it'll be from chapter 17 or it'll be on 8. But the affirmations and what it's telling you, I mean, you can listen to it over and over again.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
There is one called Manifestation Babe, and it's a really
podcast.
Yeah.
We listen to it, right?
So that's all, like I think most of ours
Manifestation Babe, I love that one.
Yeah.
So cute.
Catherine's
What
like,
about you?
I didn't read that one.
I need to listen to that.
They're all good. All of these books are, yeah.
What about you, Izzy?
No, I have a couple of books that have like affirmations mostly, but I don't have a podcast that I listen to. Maybe I have to start it too.
That Manifestation Babe is a good one to start. It's really good. It gives you little tips of how to manifest.
Yeah, she's really good at explaining like the process, the internal process, if you're having a hard time really connecting with what manifesting actually feels like, because a lot of times what happens is if everything's kind of going in a good rhythm, you have a harder time connecting to that need to manifest. You don't want to only be manifesting that like intensely only when you're at like a hard point. You want to be able to tap into that same like intensity even when things are like going pretty good, because you don't want to like
and also just because we're manifesting, we're not saying we're always like we always are positive, try to at least, but that doesn't mean that you're not gonna have problems, that you're not gonna have like things to go through, that things are not gonna happen to you, and actually that's the test, right?
Exactly.
Because your life is never going to be perfect all the time, but what has served me the most is when I'm going through a situation that's not easy, to ask, what is this here to teach me?
Exactly.
Me too.
What is this here to teach me, and what do I need to learn that this is happening to me for a reason, right? There's nothing that happens just because of like, let me throw this at her, let's see how she handles it. There is something in you that's gonna be stronger, some characteristic in you, something that you need to work on. Like God puts everything in your life for a purpose, right? So instead of just like, why is this happening to me? It's like, what is this here to teach me?
Yes.
And I think that's the hardest part. I think the manifestation part comes naturally to me. Like I think,
Especially when you're having everything good, right?
This one over here.
I finished mine.
So we were talking about the podcast, the books, and everything. I had a couple because my main focus. They get this. My main focus.
Inside joke.
Can we say it?
So yeah, you can say it.
Because I don't don't think Amanda and Whitney
Say it,
know.
say
Well, I kind of picked up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
didn't
probably
know
had
about
a
it.
hard time with that
So,
word.
So just like they were both right here. I heard you guys both say instead of tongue, y'all said thong, and I was like, but what about a G-string? Just kidding. But
It's not the thong. We got
I
it.
might go different places.
no,
It's
so,
just the accent.
so for Whitney and Amanda, so Lina, she ends up saying fuck yous.
Fuck you.
It was a difficult word for me to say. So I practice a lot. I just used it today, and it came out really good. So I'm proud of myself.
We're so proud of you. And
So
always.
as I was saying, the books that helped me a lot, like especially because my main focus was, you see, was always like directed to investing and all that. I started learning with Bigger Pockets. I don't know if you guys heard those. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
So I started them when they were like podcast number 2.
Wow.
Now they're like 300 and something, and I listen to them every day. I repeat the most interesting ones for me, especially wholesaling, flips, and all that.
Right.
I have a couple books, Relentless. Yes,
That's
Relentless.
awesome. Dan
I have
Glover.
yes.
Dan Glover.
Yes, it's really good. I actually have it in audiobook too, so I go in my car and I listen to it. I have Think and Grow Rich, of course, that and Rich and Poor Dad.
I
Rich
love
Dad,
those.
Poor Dad.
Okay.
Like they're really good, and like if you listen to them like a couple of times, one time is not enough.
Yeah,
you're gonna change your mind. Like
you gotta go back and read it. If you read it 3 years ago,
positively.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you're at different times.
Oh
in your
no, you know
life,
what?
it's the
The
stages.
Gary Keller one from
The
Keller
one
Williams
thing?
still. Yeah,
What
no,
is it?
Millionaire real estate agent.
the millionaire real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I read that one 2 times. So
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite books is besides Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad Poor Dad. Those are 2 of my favorite too. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I really like that one. And How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's really good. I love that.
that's a good one.
That's one of my favorites. If I were to recommend one book to anybody, it would be that one.
What is it?
How to Win Friends and Influence People.
That's good. That's a good one.
Did you
It's
read
great.
the one How to Win Friends and Influence People in a Digital Age? So they now came up with that, obviously.
Yeah,
to
no,
kind
I
of
haven't.
update.
Because that book is old, but I like the old school one because it still works to this day.
Of course.
Yeah.
It still works. It's based on the same
Basic
principles.
It's the message.
And, yeah.
It's
They just want you to spend the money and then you will know.
you know.
You know
That
how
was
it
like,
goes.
don't ever buy money. She always says that.
Well,
don't
what
ever
about
buy
the
money.
Bible? The Bible is like one of the best, like,
of course.
and strongest, like,
Instructions.
empowerment and growth tools that you
Listen,
have.
like if you
It's
want to
the
start your
best.
day, like this is a good tip. If you want to start your day positively, like listen something that makes you
Motivational.
happy,
Mhm.
like something that makes you smile, something that makes you happy. And I always try to listen something religious because I'm a religious
Same
person.
here.
I am a
Yep.
believer, so I try to listen to it. Like I wake up and I'm taking a shower and I put my, like it's like a podcast type of thing, but it's a religious thing. It's a guy from Colombia, like he's so cool. So he gives the message like as is. It is so cool. Like it makes me happy. So it brings like happiness to my heart. That's the best way to start your day.
It is.
Like something that makes you
Absolutely.
smile.
I like, I don't know if you guys heard of Sarah Jakes.
Yeah, she's good.
If you listen to her, I mean, when I listen to her in the morning, I'm like motivated to take on
Yeah.
the day.
She's
Every
good.
morning.
I like her.
And when I don't
What's your
listen to it,
favorite book, Amanda?
I think probably one of my favorite books, going back to manifestation and just not being so hard on ourselves, especially as women, is Grace, Not Perfection. So I think
Oh,
we're
nice.
like,
I like
it's a really good book, and it's more about doing things gracefully. If we don't win, we learn, right? And then just trusting the process. It doesn't have to be perfect,
yeah.
but it can be graceful.
What is your
I
favorite?
think one of the things I want to implement for next year is definitely reading one of your books because they sound amazing. And also like at the end of the day, like before going to bed or anything, like writing down what you're grateful for. I think that will help a lot. Just be thankful what you have, and like just be thankful because sometimes we forget that. We are so worried about what's next
Yes.
that we forget to give thanks for what we
Yes,
have.
and writing down is such a great tool.
It's good.
Journaling.
Right.
Journaling is a
That's
great
another
tool.
key element to manifesting.
Yes, it's another key element to manifesting because you can actually go back to like your journal from a year ago and look where you were in life and you're like, oh my god, look what I was thinking. Look what I was saying.
Yeah.
Look how my
Vision
day
board.
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Instagram from like 3-4 years ago. That's
Just
like
go look
wow.
back at my
Wow.
pictures.
You brought up the one from like what was that 53 weeks ago when the comment that I put on your picture.
Yes.
What was it?
So this goes back to our
So,
first podcast. If you heard it, the girls were all wondering who I was gonna pick to sell my house or to buy me my next house, and Lina brought up where I mentioned it was.
But look,
Stay with me. Thank you.
50, she
Thank
went
you.
back
Look,
50
it's
The
like-
good thing is-
manifested
the
that.
good thing is that the good thing is that we evolve and we learn and we grow and we can change our minds.
Listen, Gabby, don't mess with my money.
You meet great people along the way.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I do one thing every morning too. So I got this from a mastermind that I went to in Key West. So every day, 3 people, I send "I love you because," "I appreciate you because," and "I honor you because" messages.
Yes.
And it's so nice. Like I do it to my kids, and it drives them crazy. But they're like,
Okay,
"Mom,
crying.
we've literally run out of things to say back to you."
You know what?
But then it's always somebody from my team or somebody that's impacted me
That
the day
is a
before.
great idea.
Yeah.
I really like
And like you're writing it, but it's in a message to someone, and like I don't even know how many messages I got back, and they're like, "I needed this today."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I
like
was
that's
thinking
that's so
about it again.
important because like sometimes I do that randomly with people that I have
Right.
met in the past, and I tell them like, I'm proud of you of everything you're doing.
Right.
Like I see you as an inspiration. Like I was telling you today, like you're
Right.
such a big inspiration for me.
Yeah.
For all of
And
us.
like and I was telling her, Janice Garcia, she's in Keller Williams right now too. She's amazing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I text her and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it, but it came from my heart.
Yeah.
So, you know, like that's the most important thing.
For
Tell people that are right there that you love them.
And be genuine.
You're proud of them.
Exactly. Be genuine. Like we, as a group, we always say good morning to each other. Have a great day. Like I always try to send a boss-based message. just for them, you know, like to start my day with a grateful heart.
Exactly.
That's
Well, I'll send you an example. I just put at the top, you were part of my gratefulness this morning, and here's my message. And
That is beautiful.
I like that.
That's
really
really
good.
good. That's
Yeah.
a good way to
like that.
And your sons
like
are gonna remember that.
Oh,
That's something we can
sure.
start implementing too
Yeah.
for our personal lives.
Yeah.
Send us that text so we can have the.
I will definitely do
What
that.
you- she always asks for the script. Or what is it? What do you call
Template.
it? The template.
The template.
Can you give me the template for that?
You gotta work smarter, not harder.
I like that. Can you send me the template?
That
Oh,
sounds
so
like
I got you, girl.
Thank you.
Send it to the group chat.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that even though it, you know, like for Thanksgiving, I ended up sending out a couple messages, and maybe it was, you know, kind of the same. But I think the whole point is that like you went out of your way to message it to that person, and so you know, like I don't know. I think that it's important because sometimes people think that just because maybe you are strong and you're doing a lot with your life, that's like you don't need to hear it, right? Like no, I need to
She
hear it.
got it going on. She's
Of
fine.
course. Yeah, no, we need to hear
Sorry,
it.
we
And
got
you don't know who
champagne.
needs to hear it. You know, like we can't assume that somebody's like, oh, they must hear it all the time, or like, no, you know, nobody knows exactly what, you know. So Isis is always like, why are you always hyping me up? And it's like that's my job. Like I do
That's
that.
so sweet.
Yeah, that's a really good quality about Stephanie.
yeah, that's
I love
a
that
good
about you.
quality.
You see the best in people, and you let them know.
Yeah.
You know, and that's such a good.
And they need
quality
to hear
to
it,
have.
like you said.
Yeah.
They need to hear it.
People
You
need to-
never
people say
know
thank you all the
when they need to hear it. Like
Yes.
you can change a person's day by just smiling to them and saying,
Yeah.
"You look beautiful
People
today."
you don't know
them.
they don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but just the fact that you're acknowledging that makes them feel special.
Especially the ones that seem like the strong, fearless leaders, they need it the most
Yeah.
because they don't always hear it.
Right.
Coming up a lot of like
I don't hear it
resistance all the time.
I need some Stephanie.
Like no,
I'm always like, your hair's so beautiful. How'd you get it that color?
A person is never gonna get sick of getting compliments.
No.
Right.
Who doesn't like
And
compliments?
make sure you give them, like, how amazing is it when just a stranger, like a woman's like, I love your outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. If I see, like, and if I see, for example, and I don't like when people are like haters, you get me? So like, if I see, like, when I go to the gym and there's a girl who's taking a selfie in the mirror or whatever, you know, like a gym selfie.
Yeah, like,
I don't judge because you know we all want to know, like, and so I'll be like, you look amazing. Keep taking that selfie.
That's awesome.
You know, like
Listen,
I don't
I
need
love
anyone
that.
to stop or like be shy because I'm
You
just
have
like,
no
no, keep
idea
going for it.
what
That's
they go
awesome.
through.
Yeah.
You have no idea what people go through.
Especially at the gym.
Isis is my witness as how far a simple compliment took us when we were in Las Vegas.
Well, that was a different type of.
But did I not manifest it?
She doesn't stay in Vegas.
But it's like, I remember.
I remember. Okay.
Next.
Back to manifestation.
Back to manifestation.
Manifesting.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys did, but it sounds amazing.
Cheers
So-
And listen,
Can we cut that
by the way, this is a special day for Amanda because she brought someone special in the world 12 years ago. That's cool. 12 years ago. She brought him to this earth 12 years ago on December 12th.
Yeah.
So that is crazy.
I know,
This
12,
is special for you too.
It's so
today.
special, and he's special to me. I know he probably won't listen to this, but love you, Alex.
Happy birthday, Alex. Now he did shout him out. He has to show his little.
You like that?
Yes.
And also, I want to honor Lina because I know that you're going
Thank
through
you,
a tough
guys.
situation.
Oh, you
Yeah,
made me
he's
cry
so
now.
much- I know.
No,
We're the
Lina had a
tissues.
family emergency this week, and besides and no matter what, she still shows up. She still handles her business. She
Still finish
has a
your
mom.
flip and like
Still
taking care of your mom.
She's a
I
friend.
know.
She's a great daughter.
Always so sweet.
Oh, thank you guys.
Show up. It's
I love you guys. I do. Like, it really makes me cry because, you know, my mom is everything to me too. So, thank you guys for the support. You guys have no idea how much support I have gotten from this woman right here and from other people that have messaged me and say, like, you know, if you need anything. We know, like, you have gone through like a lot of things, like, you know, in the past couple of years. But guess what? Like, we're here, we're positive, we're still like going through, you know, like working hard, doing what I have to do.
Life doesn't stop. Right?
Exactly, life doesn't stop, and we just positive and trying to see if my mom can get out of the hospital.
And we commend
She
you.
will.
She
will. Manifest it.
We're sending a bunch of positive vibes and prayers, and we really do commend you and like admire you for that.
Thank you, my loves.
So
Thank you so
strong.
much.
You inspire us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you.
You're so strong.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So what else is good? We have sage, so we're gonna clear the energy.
Do you guys want to share your manifestations? At least
Oh yeah,
one?
let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I want you guys to tell me what bad habit, at least one bad habit or one thing that you're letting go this full moon, and one thing that you're trying to attract and manifest. So let's start with Lily.
Can we start that way?
I'll start.
She's gonna get the template.
I'm gonna get the template.
Can you send me the template?
I think while I'm turning on my sage.
Okay.
I think one of the things I want to leave behind is definitely toxic thoughts and limiting beliefs. When you think, no, it's too hard, or I can't do this, or no, that's impossible. Like, I want to leave that behind. I want to think so positive for this 2020, and I think that I want to be more present in 2020. I'm always thinking about the next thing. So I have my goals, and then when I reach my goals, instead of being, wow, like I'm ready for, like, okay, whatever. That's not like, you don't sit and think, wow, look at how much I've accomplished, how much I've done this year. You're always thinking about the next thing, and sometimes you have to be more present in the moment.
That's true.
I agree.
So that's
Good job.
me.
Good.
How about you?
I think for me, probably letting go would be not allowing myself to enjoy small victories along the way. Like, I'm always got like a goal in mind, and I don't slow down and be like, holy shit, you've come a long way, you know, and enjoy that. That's what I'm definitely gonna let go of.
We'll
Enjoy
also
the
do
small
that for
things.
you.
Yeah.
We're always like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you're so amazing.
I know.
And then something I'm going to manifest is I'm kind of in like a weird place in my business now. Not weird, but where I've got really super effective leaders in place that are like, my business is very self-sufficient and running, so it's not so me and like
That's what
the
you
face of everything all the time. So for me, I want to manifest just being more present for my leaders and growing more leaders within my team, because I see where it's gotten us so far, and I love like just pouring into my team as much personal development as possible. So that's what I want to do.
It's gonna happen.
I'll really be more of like a mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already going that way, definitely. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so what I want to leave behind, I want to leave a few things behind. And it kind of, it's...
We don't have all day. No.
I want to leave a couple of pounds behind. I want to leave a couple of pounds behind. No. So,
Me too.
and it's funny that you say that. So one of the things that I want to leave behind is actually how personally I take things. So, you know, like if somebody says something, I take it a little bit personal, and I can be kind of sensitive, and I drag on like how that made me feel, or like, you know, whatever like negative self-talk comes from me taking that personal, like, and it could really have not that much to do with me, but all to do with them. And so I want to leave behind how much I carry from like the negative things people say to me that just says more about them than it does about me, because at the end of the day, like, you know, only my true friends know me. And so I want to leave behind all the things that people have said to me about me, and that I've taken, that I've actually believed. Leaving it behind. And then so
I want to know the
Keep it
facial.
until you And what else I can
Don't burn your hair.
on break, no. So I think something that I want to take on and bring more into my life is certainty. I think that obviously in my life there's like a lot of room for me to fall into a place of uncertainty. So I want to have security of just like everything's always going to be there for me. Like I don't want to worry about finances. Because it's easy to, no matter how much money you have, to worry about finances. So I just don't even want to like worry about it anymore, and I don't want that to drive any of the decisions I make, or and like just in my life as well. Like I don't want to like worry about if I'm gonna have my friends or not or whatever. I'm just gonna know that everything's always there for me. That's what I want to bring on.
Great.
Awesome.
My turn. So probably one of the things that I want to leave behind is procrastination. Sometimes I put things that I can do today for tomorrow, and it's just better to be done today. Even though I'm pretty like good at like trying to get things done as quickly as possible, but certain things you can do, you can do today, or you can go ahead and work on something else, and you're like, nah, I don't have to, or I don't need to, I'll do it tomorrow.
Or I don't have time.
I don't have time, and you make time. So that goes along with what I want to manifest. Another thing I want to let go of is a little bit of control. Not a lot.
Well,
just a little.
Conversation, Dad.
Get rid of that control.
Can Champagne work still?
What's wrong with you, bitches?
She's like, control.
Fuera control.
No, sometimes I do have that issue because I feel like if I don't control every single piece of things that I have around me or behind me, like it's not gonna get done, and it's not gonna get done a certain way where how I like it. And the thing with me is I like to be close to
Can I
perfection.
tell you something?
Yeah.
We don't have the control of anything.
No,
in life.
I know.
No, I want you to know that, and you need to learn that.
No, I know, but
I
have control of certain things that we do.
I was the same way. I wanted to control everything,
Yeah.
and then I realized I don't have the control.
No, you don't.
And like nothing comes out like but.
No, and I'm not
Because it has
saying
to
on
happen
like
that way.
situations in life. I'm not saying like, oh, I want this to happen or I want this to happen the way I want it to happen. It's more of like a daily thing, like tasks and things that I know that that more like delegating type of thing. Like I can't do everything on my own.
Exactly.
I have to learn
Yes.
Trust.
Yes.
Yes.
To like delegate.
Okay,
trust
delegation.
Yes.
Delegate things, but trusting that people will also do it.
Correct.
So
The
that's
way
why
you
I
wanna do it.
don't, because then I'm like, they're not gonna do it, so I'll just might as well do it.
Do you know who
But I
can
need to
help
learn
us with that? Because I'm the same way. Amanda.
Yes, and that
You
goes
can help
along.
us with that because
it's hard.
you delegated your business to other leaders.
Yeah.
We can even delegate a small
happy
task
to
because
help.
we are afraid that they're not gonna get it done as like we want to get it done.
Right.
So the thing that I want to, this one I'll cut away. It's probably a lot of energy here. Or the fan is on. But anyway, it's fine.
And what else?
Translate. What I want to attract and manifest goes along with what I want to let go, which is being more efficient in like time blocking, and creating a schedule and being more organized in my time.
Well,
and how I do
is 5
things.
a.m. club happening?
5 a.m.
Yes.
Next week.
5
I mean, we already said it in like our unofficial episode, but I want to in 2020 become part of the 5 a.m. club. So I'm gonna wake up. Yeah,
How many days a week?
5 days a week.
Okay.
Monday to Friday.
When he's
I'm
like, I
like,
just
how
want to
many?
make
Wait,
sure.
how many days?
She's like, let's see if I can do
Depending
it.
on how many. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
No, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and I'll take the weekend off. But that's what I'm trying to manifest. That's what I'm
And I mean,
let go and manifest.
what I'm leaving behind in 2020 is pounds. That's another one. And procrastination, but to get deeper into that, tardiness. I'm always late because I don't have time management. So me and Gabby were almost late today, but instead of waking up at 9, I woke up at 9:30. I should have woke up at 9. So I want to work on that. And what I do want to manifest is being more successful by starting with time awareness, because that's what keeps me behind everything. Not knowing time management. So
Awesome.
that's what I can work on a lot. That would help me be more successful. So, yeah. And then the pounds, of course, in 2020. So
I think I can agree with Gabby. Time management, of course, that's one of my things. I ask Aces for help because she's very organized for her time.
I know that.
So she keeps calendars and she keeps everything super organized. So, like, I see what is my weakness, so I'm asking you, please help me.
I'm asking you now.
I'm asking you too.
Yes, I need to get more organized with my time because that way I can be more productive. I want to be more productive this 2020. This 2020 has a lot of good things they're gonna happen, and I'm very excited for it. One of the things I'm manifesting is that, like, helping others grow my business, and that's it. Be a good person.
Good.
I like that.
Thank you all for the template.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
So, I think that one thing that I definitely want to let go of, and it's something I've been telling myself for years, but I never really do it, is like not being attached to the outcome, especially in the business that we're in. It's like, that's something that I've always told myself from the beginning. Don't be attached to the outcome, but then I do find, like, if things don't go my way, it can, like, completely ruin my day. So that's something that I really want to let go of and do away with and be gone, so that I can focus on, the next deal, the next conversation, the next...
Enjoy the process.
Yes.
Like, I can't agree with her because sometimes it's just difficult because we want things to work for our clients, but it's not what we want. Sometimes it's not convenient. Like a couple of days ago, let me tell you something. My deal was like going, and I was like, this is it. Like, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna close. I closed my eyes and I asked God that, like, the next morning, I'm like, if this is going to be for me, just send me a sign. And it did. Send me an investor for it. So I was like, like 2 hours after, I'm not kidding. And I was like, that's it. That's all I needed. So always be really positive.
I am. I'm not saying that I'm not, but just like you said earlier, you don't have control.
Exactly.
So then you cannot be attached to the outcome. So that's something I want to let go of. Something that I know I definitely need to work and manifest so that I can have an amazing, successful 2020. Is definitely the 5 a.m. club, because when I do wake up early,
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Cheers to that.
I need to do
gonna
it
do
too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Who's gonna join the 5 a.m. club? Easy?
Yes.
Isis gonna do it? Isis is like, yes.
Baby.
She looks down at the sides.
Yeah.
We gotta be accountable, you guys. We're gonna be accountable.
So, but on that topic,
So finish. Wait. Finish.
Yeah.
So when I noticed that when I do wake up early, I can actually, like, the whole time management thing, definitely everything's fall into place because you have so much more time to accomplish things.
Look, it's the mini
Say hi to the camera. So yeah, that's something that I'm definitely gonna work on. 5 a.m. club, time management, patience,
That's another one.
and letting go of the outcome.
And being present.
And being
Yeah, I think we can all agree with everyone.
And not getting lost. Oh my God!
Yes.
Not getting lost.
Lily's worse than
I will give her a GPS for Christmas, but she still gets lost.
She's gonna lose the GPS.
Me and Lily always
I
get
thought I
lost.
was bad, but Lily.
We always get lost. It's like, where are we going? Oh my God. Like, I'm sorry.
One other thing I thought back to when everyone's saying presence, I read this thing, like a quote recently that said, don't look at every event as a revenue event, but a relationship event. And I think that's something I'm really hard to, because I'm always like business driven all the time, and realizing that a lot of my revenue comes from relationships.
Yes.
And so just staying more into my relationships than
That's
just
what
driving
the book,
business.
Yeah, that's what the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is all about. It's telling you, first, establish a relationship. People trust you and they like you, and then that leads to another thing, So by being present and by really interacting with each other, we bond more. Therefore, you create that trust and more trust. And then the business part comes and follows, right?
So that's real estate, right?
Yeah.
You build a relationship with your
Build a
clients,
relationship.
that connection, that trust. They trust you to sell their home. They trust you to find their home, and then the business part comes after. But it's that first connection.
Lily, and can I say, so I don't know if maybe this might help you or whoever's listening, that one of the things that I tell myself how to not get hung up on like little, because you know me, I'm always like laughing and whatever, but obviously I have as many issues that come up with work and stuff because I have a stressful job, right?
Yes.
But so one of the things that I always think about is like, for example, take like one of the most successful people, like the, you know, owner of Amazon or like Bill Gates or whatever, like the amount of the level of problems that they must deal with on a daily basis, I couldn't even handle at this point. But if I want success on any level near that, then I need to be able to handle every problem and move past it quickly. Do you know? So that's kind of what's in my mind is, you know what, like my problems are nothing. Like when I get to that level, then my problems would be a problem. So
but
that's
remember
kind of what
something
helps
like
me.
people that like the founder of Netflix or Amazon, when they started, you know how many times they got rejected?
failed.
So Blockbuster laughed at Netflix like, what is this? This is
What is this?
it's never, you're never gonna be successful. You're never gonna make it. And what happened? He took so many rejections, and now look.
But he didn't give up.
But that's the thing. You think you put a picture on your Instagram, like you don't see everything that
people just see the top of the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah.
Which consider like your goal, your success, your medals, but they don't see
Which is just a tiny part of it, right?
of the iceberg. They don't see all that goes along, all your work or your hard hours, your sacrifices. They don't see that, right?
Talking about hard work though,
midnight, you know.
one of the things that I really notice, and Isis can kind of talk to what you just asked her about, which is her discipline. So Isis will be wherever she is, but in that moment. But when she says, "Yeah, I know we're here and we're having a really like good time, but I'm gonna go right now." So I just kind of want you to like give us a little bit of like how to step into that energy. Like what is the like all the thoughts that kind of create that discipline?
Well, I think that comes along with my personality, just who I am. Like I won't, like if I don't do what I'm supposed to be doing, and I know I'm gonna go to bed like thinking
Are you
about
an S or a C?
I'm a C.
A C, right?
Yeah.
I can tell that. You know, where are you?
Oh, me, I'm a 99D.
I've never taken one.
Oh, you gotta take it. You gotta take it.
DI.
I'm a DI too.
I already know what she
DI.
is.
I'm a
Wait, what are we
You guys
talking
are
about?
both eyes.
Remember?
We're eyes? Yeah, you guys are both eyes.
Yeah, you're
Lina's eye,
I'm a high eye.
You're
Which
an
eye?
eye. You're an eye for sure. Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm a D.
Oh, I already knew she was
I'm
a
a D,
D.
but I have a very fine eye, so it's like
Me
a
too. That's how me.
We're eyes.
Yeah, we're eyes.
So we can like we'll be here
I
busy
call
with
myself
like
a dick.
I know, it's so funny. I always call it the dick
Instead of
person.
like-
I'm like, you guys love
By
that.
the way, by the way, this is we're talking about the disc analysis, right? Which is a personality.
Dick's analysis. I think you got
Not
the letters
dicks,
wrong.
Disc.
Disc.
D-I-S-K.
No.
she's always thinking about it.
Dirty
Our
mind.
mind is always there.
What was it?
Yeah.
It is the disc analysis, and it shows you the 4 major type of personalities. You could be a D, a driver, a I, which is energy,
Yeah,
something.
influence, yeah.
And then the C, which is like
Control.
and then
Control,
S
yeah.
is like
Systems.
So with your C, right, Kevin?
No, for some reason I'm not that.
No, the D
I'm a D
has some of
I'm
that
a
too.
driver.
The D has some of the control.
I like that, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm a driver, I need to control everything and I need to know the answers right away and all that stuff.
So explain I. What's I for? You said me.
But we're gonna leave that for another
It's like
time.
high energy, passion, like you
Yeah.
create a lot of relationships really
You
fast.
like
We
it,
can
how
we
does
can
it
share it.
feel?
We can share
Yeah,
it.
people
So we
are-
can take
some
it.
people's burning.
Yeah.
People change and evolve, and I've taken that test. I've probably like 5 times, and every time I take it, I see different results.
No, I have taken
That's
it
good.
4 times, and the 4 times in different times of my life, it's been the same. The same.
Well, Gabby doesn't grow. Or
Yeah, for the most part,
it
you
stays.
your results should change.
You're just
but
shaky. That's what it
it
is.
should
She's not. No, I think Isis is very open. That's one of the things that she's really open to learning and to adapting to
I
new
adapt
things.
really, really
She adapts
well.
a lot.
Too.
So
Yeah.
Same as my
Which is
love
really
language.
really good.
Who has done their love languages? What is your love
Acts
language?
of service.
Acts of
Oh, me
service.
too.
Do you know your love language?
No.
Do you know your love
I'm
language?
not-
Acts of service with a little bit of words of affirmation. A lot. I don't know
No,
if I said a
yours
little
is
bit.
not words of affirmation.
Yes.
Mine-
Your touch.
Gifts.
Mine.
See, you saw that D come out? She's like, no, you're this.
No, mine is quality time, and the second one is
She is quality time.
Christmas is
So
coming.
spend time with me and
Very
bring me
quality
stuff.
time. So yeah, quality time. Like she really likes you to be present.
Yeah.
Oh, Gabby, yes.
She wants you to be like paying attention to her. She needs you to be like all eyes,
quality
all eyes
time.
on Gabby.
Quality time. I don't want to be here
Woman
with
or
you
man.
hanging out and we're not even talking. We're like so.
Yeah.
You know.
I
So
like
quality time and gifts is my love language. What are
I don't know. I need to take some more tests.
Well, I haven't taken the test, but I do know what I like.
But that's not included in the list.
That was the other test. That was the other test.
I got a solution for that.
What about you?
Mine is touch and then an acts of service.
She likes to do that. I gotta hug her more than, I don't touch you enough. So, but it's important that we know this because then we can see some people, they're not doing intentionally something that you might find like offensive or it's normal to them. When you understand their type of personality, then you really get to understand the person. Like she's not doing it on purpose, you know.
Right.
Or when you also understand their love language, you're like, oh, I feel like she doesn't love me because why? She perceives love a different way.
Exactly.
Like if I don't touch her, like if I don't hug her enough, I'll be like, Lily, I love you. She feels probably.
That's why
I
your
don't love
words
her
mean
enough.
nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why she feels like I'm mean to her.
No, that.
Or if I don't tell Stephanie, oh my God, Steph, you're doing so good, then maybe she feels like I'm not, I don't love her enough, or I'm not telling her that I love her, showing her my love by saying those things.
We should all do
Or if I don't,
You know what? We should do something. We should share blood tests on the page so people can take it too and they can share.
yeah, we're gonna drop a link.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop a link for the disc analysis to discover your personality.
Yeah.
And we'll do the love language test to discover your love language.
So they can share the answer.
And on that note, we're going to open our little fortune tacos. They're not fortune cookies, they're fortune tacos.
We all had tacos before this.
For the men.
And everybody's going to read what's inside.
Baby, in the back.
Better be good.
Lily,
Make it good.
come on, Lily.
Who wants to start?
Taquitos.
This is how we're entering the new year.
All right.
Good.
Just like
I just dropped mine.
We had tacos for lunch.
All right.
Okay.
So this isn't a fortune.
or what is it?
You're gonna laugh.
This is something.
Sing a song in the shower.
I got
What the heck?
So
Did you get it?
Black Rooster played us. These are the Black Roosters do not get this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It takes more muscles to frown than to smile. So smile more.
Sing in the shower.
Mine
in the
says
shower.
You
slow
too?
mine says,
what mine says too.
mine says slow progress is better than untamed ambition.
Mine too.
Ooh.
In Spanish, avanzar poco a poco es mejor que la ambición apresurada.
¿Qué?
Well, at least they got something.
Well,
Well, I guess
manifestation.
in the shower.
Yeah. If you guys.
I hope that you liked it, right?
Yeah.
That you learned.
Of course. I hope everybody liked this. And if you guys want to share, like, what are manifestations? What are your plans for this 2020? What are your goals that you want to achieve? Share it with us. We're going to put the questions in there so we can wait to hear from everybody in there.
And for those who
On
are
Instagram.
listening to our podcast and not watching the video, follow our Instagram page and Facebook at Boss Babes in Real Estate. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.